Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to Not Perfect Zen, Inktober Tangles for 2024, and Day 25, which is Nipa by Zentangle. This is one of the older patterns from Zentangle. It's easy, and I think you'll like it. And if you're just jumping into this, there's a lot of information down below the videos for Inktober 2024. I do have an introductory video that says what is Inktober that will explain everything that I'm doing and things that I've done in the past. I am drawing these on 2-inch tiles. They are either bijou tiles or watercolor paper that I have colored with watercolors. Okay, I'll be using a micron PN, which means plastic nib, a graphite pencil, which is just a number 2 pencil, and a blending tool known as a tortillon. And I keep a paper clip in there just to keep the end pushed out a little bit. Okay, I think you're going to like this one. It's easy to do, and for these, I just seriously randomly pick a color for the day. I'm going to pick that one. And I like to keep my little reminders of no mistakes and draw until happy, okay? This one's a happy little tangle to me because it's easy to do. And if you do it in a fairly good size, like I did on this one for practice this morning, it's very mindful, and I really enjoyed it. And I want to show you on the back, I have the Tangle Deck Tiny Tutorials from Lynn Mead, and one of her tutorials shows how to do 3D effects, and she shows 4 different ways to do an orb. Whether you want it to look like a bubble, a pearl, a ball, or a hole. So I'm going to start by redoing these. Just because this pattern is so easy, I think you might enjoy knowing how to do these. So to make a bubble, we're just going to do our orb. And then I'm going to get my pencil, and I like to just kind of outline a rectangle type area. Can you see that okay? And then just above that, I'm going to add my graphite a little bit on the sides and a little bit below it, and I'm not worried about keeping it that perfect shape. And then I'm going to get my blending tool, and I'm not going to go over that little rectangle area, but the rest of it, I'm just going to soften it very gently and pull it down, and then just keep easing up on the amount of pressure I have on my tortillon. Okay, and then just bring it down, and it's like the light is coming from this direction, okay? And then she puts just a little bit of a shadow down here. If you want to, you could come back with your pencil. Now, generally in Zentangle, we don't worry about the direction of light and shadows, but I'm just showing you how she has this done, okay? So that's how you do a bubble. For a pearl, we do our orb. And this one seriously just has a little, and I'm just barely touching that with my pencil. A little bit of a C, and then we're just going to soften that. And it follows the curve of the orb that's already there. Okay, so there's a pearl. For a ball, we're going to do another orb. Oh, and she did put a little bit of a shadow on this side. Okay, and then for the ball, I'm just going to put some graphite along the bottom edge, and maybe a tiny bit on the outside for the shadow. And then we're going to soften that. Soften the shadow a little bit. Okay, and then for a hole, we're going to do our orb. We're going to put an aura inside of it. And then we're just going to add a dark area on one side. And then since it's a hole, I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of graphite all the way around. And then we just soften it. Okay, so there you go. There's 4 different ways to do these in case you're interested. And so for Nipa, we start, and you could put, like I did, I've already lost, oh, it's on the other side of this. You could put a string if you wanted to. I just kind of put a basic string. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll put like 4 corner dots. I'm going to leave room at the bottom because I put the pattern names on here. All right, so now we have an outline. And then we're just going to go in and add orbs, various sizes in various places. You can have them going off. Like I say, just different sizes in different places. Let's put a small one here. Okay. Let's put another little one here. And then all we're going to do, excuse me, is put a wavy line and then we're just going to keep aura-ing that line. And when you get to your orbs, you go behind the orbs. Let's get like this. This is a pattern that can fit into any space as a filler. I didn't come down. Okay, there we go. So I have lost my internet connection today. I can go ahead and record this because I record it on my iPad, but hopefully this will get fixed soon. Everything in my home depends on the internet. I mean, we use it for our TV, our phones, the computer. So hopefully it'll get fixed today. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going down. There's no right or wrong on this. And there are some patterns out there that I've seen, and I've done a video on one where they change this. I've seen some with hearts, squares, triangles, but I don't remember the name of the pattern, what they called it. But Nipa is just these simple lines and orbs. And of course you can always ignore your little border. Borders and strings are just suggestions. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and come one more on this side. Okay, so now we can decide how we want to do these. And I think I'm going to do bubbles. I really like doing the bubbles. And that's what I put on this side. You're welcome to use any of these. And I will leave a link to Lynn Mead's website. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little area that I want to remember. I'm going to leave that white. Now, you can always come back with either a white pencil or a white jelly roll. I might try that when we get this done. Okay. And then just barely bring that down. I kind of got that dark. I'm going to use my kneaded eraser and just lift that a little bit. I think I got it, like I say, a little bit too dark. And then you can put a little bit of a shadow over here. I'm not sure how much it'll show up. Okay. On the little bitty ones, I like to just put graphite all the way around because they're too small to try to put those white spaces in there. Okay, on this one, just leave a little section here white. Okay, make it look like a bubble. And this one, just gonna give a little bit of graphite on the top. Okay, for here, I'm going to try again to get that. This is a little bit easier on bigger orbs, but we can do this. We can do it. Okay. And I think I got that one a little bit dark. That's a nice thing about a kneaded eraser, is you can just lift a little bit of that. Okay, and just bring it down softly. Do the same thing here. And like I say, we're leaving it light on that side, like this. And then one more. Try to remember to do this more lightly. It's such a small space. Okay. And then I'm going to go along here and put just a little graphite on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and with what's left on my tortillon, I'm going to soften these corners here. Okay. Now with my number 10 jelly roll, first I'm going to make sure it's working. And, okay. So now we can go on here and use that to add our little sparkle on top. Yeah, that definitely helps. We can put one inside of each of these. Okay, so there we go. That is Nipa from Zentangle, day 25, and I hope that you're enjoying Inktober. I have really enjoyed learning these patterns and playing with some variations. I enjoyed getting my Tangle deck out again. These tiny tutorials are so good. I mean, if you're new to Zentangle and you want some really good information, tutorials, and patterns, then I highly recommend this tiny tutorials. I've had it for a while and I really love it. Okay, there we go. Draw until you're happy, have fun, and remember there's no mistakes. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button and share, leave comments, and come back tomorrow for day 26. Can you believe it? We're almost done. I'll see you next time. Bye.